Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Leftover Cake Chat. Happy Sunday. I am drinking my Rev Energy, clean energy drink this morning. No champagne. I am eating. It kind of looks like cake, so I'm going to just trick my own mind here and say that I'm eating cake, but it's actually a blueberry lemon protein bar. Because we are starting to approach the holidays. And as much as I love cake, the holidays, I love Thanksgiving. It's my favorite holiday. I tend to eat about 7 meals on one day on Thanksgiving. So I'm saving my calories for that. So, a little bite of fake cake. It just doesn't even sound right. There's a lot of national occurrences this month in October. Speaking of cake, it is National Dessert Month in October. It is National Pizza Month in October. It is also National Pasta Month in October. And it is Eat Better, Eat Together Month in October. So go out, find yourself some pizza, some pasta, and dessert, and eat with your significant other. Although I'm not sure that's Eat Better, Eat Together. Anyway, on a more serious note, it is also National Emotional Wellness Month and National Depression Education and Awareness Month. And as someone that has the eyes and ears of so many people through my businesses, I feel that it's not okay to not recognize how people feel right now. There is a lot of stress, and we try to make everyone feel better about situations right now. But the realness of things are quotes that I read on a daily basis saying, I will cry at the wedding because I will be overjoyed that all the wedding planning is over. That hurts my heart because I think, number one, I don't think this person had a planner. Number two, I have no idea what she's going through. And I just would hope that she has a support system to reach out to, because it's a very dangerous time right now. And it's not okay to not talk about it. So I'm going to talk about it today. There are two resources that I'm going to mention at the end of this that are really important, and I have to remember to come back to them. So I'm going to stick those over here. Weddings should be exciting. It should be an exciting and fun and happy, one of the happiest times of your life. And right now, it's really hard to find those feelings. I'm sure of it. I know it. I personally, even as a planner, am going through it with clients. And as a planner, we are fixers. It is in our genes to help people fix problems. And when we can't fix things, it's hurtful to us too. So not only your bride and grooms and families going through all of this negative emotional impact, but their support team is also going through it, because business in the wedding business is just practically dissipated for the entire year, unless you find little micro weddings and pop-up weddings and other avenues to switch over to. But it still doesn't always help that if you had a person that had a 300-person wedding planned, has to cancel or is on the third cancellation, or still doesn't know when they can reschedule for 2021. So everyone's dealing with a lot of stuff. And we don't want people to be sad. We want people to be positive and know that there is going to be a time that you can replan and have a large celebration with all of your family and friends if that's what you choose to do. So some of the dynamics people are dealing with right now, and I know a lot of people won't reach out. They won't say that they're dealing with issues. They don't want to burden people with other things that are happening. But right now, there are things like family dynamics that are more hypersensitive than ever. Um, I know one client that was planning to get married, have a religious ceremony in a church, has decided now to have a smaller wedding and not get married in a church, but wants to have the church service later. Well, as some of you may know, in the Catholic Church, that's not always the easiest thing to do. I'm not sure if there'll be some accommodations made given the situation, but we certainly are helping to get them through that. But the family dynamics are playing a role here, and it's really stressful. So on top of the stress of changing and moving a wedding date, there's family dynamics. There's budget issues. So some people have lost loads of deposits, and we are answering questions left and right on helping people to move their deposits to another date. I know personally every vendor partner that I work with has been more than accommodating for this. I know there are some people out there, unfortunately, are dealing with people that are not being so accommodating, which is very stressful on top of everything else. So budget's playing a key factor in this, especially if someone's been laid off or they've been out of work and they are trying to get back on their feet. So, again, just added stress. The decision to actually make the change or the decision to actually cancel is stressful in itself. That's more pressure. That's more decisions that nobody wants to make right now. And those are building up. And as you get closer to your rescheduling date and closer to the holidays, it even makes it more stressful. Cutting out guest lists. That is a really hot topic right now where if you are going from a larger number to a smaller number, who to cut out so that you don't hurt anyone's feelings. First of all, I have to tell you, a lot of people don't want to travel right now. A lot of people are not going to be upset if they care about you that you have to cut them out of a guest list given the circumstances of 2020 and a pandemic. And if they are upset with you and they start playing that mind tripping game with you, they're probably not somebody that would be there to support you through the rest of your relationship and your life anyway. So you might just want to cut them out. Not a fan of people that are layering guilt or more agony on top of any of clients in the wedding industry right now at all or anywhere. It's just not acceptable behavior and it's not adult behavior. All of this has impact on your relationships. So your relationship with your fiance, your relationship with your parents, your relationship with your siblings, relationship with your colleagues, because you are stressed out. And if you can just try to see through that at the end of the day, it's about the two of you, and to try to find mechanisms to actually cope with this stress, healthy mechanisms that you can do together with your partner or together with your planner or your siblings or your family. Just ask, reach out, because chances are someone else really close to you is stressed out too, and the outlet that you can do together can be a really good thing to bring you even closer. So even reaching out to your in-laws, if you're not that close with them, but maybe they live in the same city and they want to get out and go for a walk and they want to release some of that negative energy. Reach out and ask. You never know. And if they say no, then that's okay. You extended the olive branch and that's all you can do at this point in time. Don't let friends that are jealous or friends that, are hurting your feelings right now because you're stressed out over something so big in your life. Just ignore that because they, again, are probably going through something of their own, and don't take that on. Don't take that negative energy on. A lot of these things we go through in the bridal retreat, and the bridal retreat was created for not a pandemic, because Lord knows we did not know that was happening and hope that it never happens again. But it was to deal with a lot of these dynamics, which are just super heightened right now because of the pandemic. You just want to take into consideration that if you are dealing with a bride or a groom or a parent right now going through a stressful wedding situation, these can bring on the onset to things that are much more damaging. Anxiety, depression, eating disorders, I have seen this firsthand recently, and it is traumatizing. And these things don't go away when the pandemic goes away. These things stay with you, which brings me to the National Emotional Wellness Month and Depression and Education Awareness, because these things are real and these things stay with you, and you do not want to be responsible or contribute to ever playing a role in inducing that in someone's life. Anorexia, bulimia, overeating, all things that can stem from stress in people and not healthy. So, addiction, that can be alcohol, that can be drugs, that can be caffeine, that could be cigarettes. Again, just things that we don't want people to turn to right now versus turning inward first and then turning to their significant other next. If you're seeing mood changes in people, if they're distancing themselves to the extreme where you haven't heard from them, please reach out. We are so isolated right now, as you know, this whole 2020 pandemic has put upon us. We are isolated, and people get sad, people get angry, they're frustrated, they're irritable, they're annoyed. Those are all signs that something much deeper is going on. So be a friend, reach out. Again, don't add stress to the situation. Just see if you can help. And sometimes by helping someone else, you actually help yourself because you have an outlet. So normally when somebody's positive and happy and excited about something coming on in their life and they're depressed and angry and sad, again, something bigger is happening. So to avoid the drama, to all of my brides and grooms listening out there and people that do not have a planner, hire a planner. You do not have to hire a full service wedding planner right now for assistance. You can hire a planner for day of, you can hire a planner for a month of, you can of course hire someone to take over and finish and do a full service wedding for you. You can also hire, Swivel Group Events does virtual consultations for you at an hour, at 2 hours, at 3 hours, at 4 hours. We also have a free wedding group called COVID-19 Wedding Help. If you can't afford to have a planner, we are answering questions on here every Sunday and also in the COVID group. And, you know, perhaps just consider some of the other alternatives. Micro pop-up weddings, eloping and doing just the two of you, celebrating together. I have an Airbnb here in Florida. Well, I'm not really calling it an Airbnb anymore because Airbnbs can't allow weddings. So if you're coming here for a wedding, you're going to be coming through VRBO. But it's on the water. It's peaceful. It's perfect for two people. Get married in the courthouse. You know, if you want to stay local and you just want to have that connection of being married this year and not giving up your date, you can get married in the courthouse and have a celebration later. I think I've said that every week for the last couple of months, and I'm not going to stop saying it. It's about the two of you, and you can always find a way. Just don't plan a wedding reception. If budget is an issue or being together as a large group is an issue, skip the wedding reception. Be strict on your budget and stick to it if that's an issue. We have to tackle the problems that we can right now that are in our control because there are so many factors out of our control. Maintain honest and open communication with your partner right now. It is so important. This has destroyed relationships, and it's so sad to see people going through breakups instead of actually continuing with their wedding plans because of all of the stress. And I honestly believe that it is just the added stress doing this. It's not that they don't love each other anymore. It's just that they haven't been able to express the stress that they're feeling. So ask. And if you are, living distantly in one city or another, get on Zoom just like you do for your work meetings and have open and honest conversations with people. And that includes your parents as well. So, if you're trying not to stress out your parents or they're trying not to stress out you and parents are watching, it's really important to just have open and honest communication right now, which is the basis of any relationship going into a marriage regardless. Be confident in your decisions, and reach out and talk to a therapist. You know, you can even do couples therapy online right now. I know I have clients doing it, and it has been so helpful for them. And this brings me back to one of my colleagues, Bev, who has Wedded Bliss Coaching and Support. So not only does she coach brides, she also coaches vendors in the wedding industry. If you are all having mindset or stress given what's going on, and Lucy has the wedding planner coaching corner, transform and prosper program for vendors. Again, if vendors are watching, we're all in this together and we all need to help each other. So there are resources out there for wedding vendors, and there are resources out there for couples and parents. Again, try to stay sane. Try to just negate the drama. Do that through communication, do that through eating healthy, do that through sleeping more, take more naps. I have taken more naps in the last few months than I've ever taken in my life. And it honestly makes me feel better. Do yoga, have date nights, stay on top of your job as much as you possibly can if you are working from home. Still socialize, you know, have a wind down Wednesday with your girlfriends via Zoom or via FaceTime. Stay exercising, and don't forget why you're here, and lose sight of the end, which is the two of you being together. It's a really hard time. We know that. It's hard for us too. I mean, it has been the worst year ever for wedding businesses, and we're struggling too, but we are staying positive to help our clients. And so reach out if you need help. And I'm going to end on a positive note as soon as I take a drink, because that was a lot of talking, very deep talking, sorry, but it's not all fun and games right now. So a few things. Let me see. I think I have comments and questions here I can't see, and I know Erin's on behind the scenes. Yes. Hello. Good morning, everyone. All kinds of things. Yes. Enjoy the journey. Even though the journey is a bumpy road right now, it's not always going to be perfect, but enjoy the journey. I use Stress Away oil. I think I've gone through countless amounts of Young Living Stress Away oil. I also, as you know, drink my clean energy drink instead of turning to negative beverages. Let's just call it that. I'm going to have another sip. My clean energy drink from USANA is Rev. And there is a really great book that I just got. Actually got it as a birthday gift, but I think I got it a little bit delayed. How to Breathe by Ashley Neese. And it's 25 simple practices for calm, joy, and resilience. And it's actually a really good book. So you can buy it on Amazon. How to Breathe. I'm going to post this in the blog, as well as the information about the other coaches I shared, and with just some positives. So the retail line for us is launching this week. The cards, where are they? Here they are. Got a lot of messy stuff going on here. The countdown to wedding planning. So even when you are doing a smaller wedding, I still have a lot of tips for you for the final 30 days. And they are wellness and wedding tips. And this is a perfect gift for a bride, especially if someone is stressed out right now. It's all of the coaches coming together for the bridal retreat, providing you a little mini retreat in a box. You can gift it for an engagement gift, a holiday gift, a bridal shower, or buy it for yourself. Trust me, it is worth every dime. It is 30 days of information that's less than $3 a day, which is probably more than or less than, I guess, you spend on Starbucks coffee by chance. And we can wrap it and send a personal note card with it. So you can find that on our Etsy store at the Bridal Retreat. Today on the Bridal Retreat, I will also be listing the wedding planning emergency bag that I created. It's funny that I've had brides actually ask for it. I all along planned for this bag to be for other planners, but there are brides out there. I even had some nurses at my last wedding that were interested in it as I was wearing it and using it. So I'm excited. I'm so excited that I think that it can help more people. I know it can help more people. It helps me. It helped me so much in my last wedding, and I'm excited about it. So that will be on Etsy today as well. It is going up. And then I will be posting the wedding planning journal and guide that I created on Etsy. That is going to still be in pre-order. We are in design mode right now and just finalizing all of the details on that. But everything will be in time and wrapped and delivered for everyone to be giving at the holiday time. So reach out to us, Swivel Group Events, the Bridal Retreat, Leftover Cake Chat. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Pinterest. We have a huge following on Pinterest, which I love. But reach out if you have any questions about the topic today. I know it was dark and I know it was deep as the sun just passes over here in my little mobile vintage office. But it's really important. It's really important to reach out to someone right now and just make sure they're doing okay, especially if you know they're going through a stressful time, whether it is a wedding related issue or just an issue in general with everything going on in the world. So I am Team Bride. I hope you can read my shirt. I'm also Team Groom. And I'm also Team Mother of the Bride and Team Maid of Honor. As wedding planners, we are just there for the team. And so reach out. We're happy to help you. And I know I've gone over today, but thanks so much. And I look forward to seeing you next Sunday. And I promise it'll be a much lighter note. Okay? Have a great week. Bye.